What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, I'm doing a playthrough of UnderQuest. That's right, we're going to continue the UnderQuest hype leading up to the crowd sale that is starting on January 13th on the Game Crafter. So let's go ahead and set the box off to the side, and we're going to get right into the playthrough. There are a couple of quick things I want to mention in the beginning before we get into the playthrough. As you guys know, we've made a rule change to the game to where instead of spending experience point tokens for rerolls, you're going to spend grit tokens instead for rerolls. And to kind of cushion this a little bit and accommodate for the fact that you're going to have a secondary function for your grit in order to reroll, we're going to add 2 grit to all of the race cards in the game. So when the final version of the game comes out, all of the races will have 2 extra grit added to them. So as you can see, this Norseman right here, he says he starts with 6 grit. He's going to start with 8 grit, and so on and so forth for the rest of the race cards. So that'll give you a little bit more wiggle room with how you can spend your grit for not only dealing extra damage for attacks, but also re-rolling. There's also one other change that's going to be made, and that pertains to the skill checks. So I got into a situation in the last couple of playthroughs, and believe it or not, this never came up before, but in those last couple of playthroughs, I got into a situation where I had a mind stat of 4, and I also had a character, I believe it was the Kromori here, that gives you +1 to all mind checks as a special ability, and I also had a skill, I believe it was the Cunning skill. Let's go ahead and find that real quick. Yeah, I had Cunning, and whenever you're asked to perform a mind check, you may add 1 bonus point to your roll. So I had 4 mind, +1 to mind checks from my race, and +1 to mind checks from the skill for +6. So even if I rolled a 1, I was able to succeed and reach that number of 7 that you're always trying to reach for your skill checks. So what's going to happen is you're still going to always have to roll for your skill checks, and if you ever roll a 1, you fail the skill check. So even in a situation like that where you would get +6 or potentially more, if there's some kind of way to get more than +6, I don't think that there is, because 4 is the highest any of your stats can be. But if you were ever in that exact situation where you'd get +6 to a particular stat, when you roll a 1, even though the 1 + 6 would equal 7, you're still actually going to fail the skill check because you'll fail if you roll a 1. So that is a change that's going to be added to the game as well, and that'll just help balance that out and make it to where you can't just automatically succeed on your skill check. So I believe that is it. I think everything else is basically going to stay the same, and the game is feeling great, guys. It's feeling like it's getting really, really dialed in now, and I believe this is it. I don't think there's going to be any more changes made to the game. So yeah, guys, get hyped for the crowd sale. It is coming very soon. Now that I've got this final prototype version here, Jason can go ahead and make all the final changes, and I'll have a new version of the game at some point to show you guys the final version, and that is going to be the one that you guys are going to get. So let's go ahead and get into the playthrough. I'm going to get everything shuffled up, and we're going to get a random character again. Let's get all of this nice and mixed. And we're going to go out on an adventure with a random character and see what we can get done. And I'm going to play with the new rules too. So I'll play where the skill checks will fail on a 1. And I'm going to play with each character getting 2 extra grit. All right, there we go. And, you know, it only makes sense because before you were only using grit for your attacks. And so it was balanced around that. But now that you can reroll with grit, it makes sense to give each character a couple of extra grit. And of course, there's plenty of ways to get back grit, like eating your rations or going to the campsite. In other ways, other cards will give you rations or restore grit. There's even some enemies that when they miss you in combat, you restore grit. So there's several ways to get your grit back. Okay, we got all the decks of cards shuffled up. Last, we're going to shuffle up the dungeon deck here. And then we're going to get our character made. All right, there we go. Okay, let's get a random character put together. So I'm going to shuffle up the race cards, and we're going to get one at random, and we get a Yorni. Let's go. This dude can hold a lot. He's got 12 encumbrance, and then we're going to shuffle these up, and we're going to get a class. We're going to get a ranger. Okay, that's very interesting. So we're going to have a Yorni ranger, and let's see what kind of familiar buddy he's going to have join him on his journey. I'll give these a mix, and we got a moon rabbit. Cool. I don't think we've played the moon rabbit yet with this newer version of the game. So there we go. We got a moon rabbit. And let's get our stats set up. So we've got 1 agility. We also get +1 agility from the moon rabbit. So we're going to set it to a 2. We get 2 brawn. and we get 2 mind. We got 2 all the way across the board right there, so a very balanced character. We're going to have 17 HP plus 6 is going to be 23, plus 4 is 27. So we've got 20 health tokens right here. And then we're going to get 7 more. So there's 9 left over. There's 29 of these single health tokens in total. So I like to just put one in a stack of 20, and then I put the other stack of 9 off to the side of it. And then the Yorni normally would start with the 4 grit, but as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we're going to increase that by 2. So he's going to have 6 grit, plus 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11. So we'll start with 11 grit. So let's go ahead and grab that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And the game comes with 15 grit tokens. Okay, there we go. So we'll put these here. So that way, even if you get the maximum amount of grit, you'll still have, like if your character is the character that has the max amount of grit on each of the cards, you'll still have plenty enough tokens. I think you'll have like 1 or 2 tokens extra left over even. So you'll always have plenty of grit tokens. Okay, cool. We got that set up. We're going to get 2 gold. Let's grab 2 gold tokens. And we're going to get 2 rations also from our ranger class. He's got a lot of food. Maybe he goes hunting and he's got some extra rations on him from hunting. So with the Yorni, we can hold up to 12 weight. So we're going to put this little red cube on the 13 to show that we can go up to 12. So that's kind of like our cutoff point. We'll use this silver cube here to track how much weight we have on us. His special ability for the Yorni is that you restore 1 bonus health and 1 bonus grit whenever you resolve the treasure card. So we got to keep our eyes peeled for treasure. We get a bonus item of 1 ration. So dude, we got tons of rations. This is awesome. And then we've got our stats down below. As the ranger, we could do 2, 4, or 7 damage depending on how much grit we spend. We start with the skill marksman, and that is an agility skill, and our skill proficiency is agility. So let's go find all of the agility skills. Here we go, and we start with marksman. So it says, when you lock in on a target, it is almost impossible for you to miss. If you miss in combat while using an agility-based weapon, you may re-roll your attack dice, but you must take the new result. Very, very strong. If I remember to use it, it's very strong. And then we've got a starting trapping of a crude sling. So let's go ahead and grab that out of the trapping deck. We're going to get the crude sling. It's so fun making a character. It's like such a cool part of the game. That's one of the really neat things that I like about UnderQuest is it's like multifaceted. You know, there's the main chunk of the game where you're going through the dungeon and everything, but I really enjoy this portion of the game too when you're making your character. It's like a little mini game at the beginning of the game. It's fun. So we've got the crude sling. It weighs 1, so we're going to go on 1 on the encumbrance tracker there. It's a 2-handed weapon, so we can't hold anything in our offhand. And then it says, you may re-roll initiative for combat. And if your enemy gets the initiative on the reroll, they add 1 to their first attack. And it's an agility type weapon, and our agility is 2. So we're going to be doing 2 extra damage to our attack rolls. And then with the Moon Rabbit, we start at +1 on the morality tracker. So we have a benevolent, kind-hearted Moon Rabbit familiar. When your morality moves up on the morality tracker, you may either gain a bonus 1 health or remove 1 poison. That is really, really good. And it gave us that +1 agility, and it gives us a random ingredient to start the game with. So let's see what we get. We got a human bone. So the rabbit brings us a human bone. Maybe it's the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Look at the bones. There's just bones everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. So we got that set up and ready to go. I believe that is it. All we got to do now, guys, is set up the quest deck, and we could head out on our adventure. So let's go ahead and get this set up. There we go. Hope you guys have been enjoying the playthroughs. I appreciate all the feedback and just positive words of encouragement that you guys have been sending in the videos. Really, really do appreciate it. Let's shuffle all this up. The game is going to be awesome, guys. I know you guys are getting excited. It's getting really close to finally being here. I know there was a little bit of a wait after, you know, we kind of pulled back the first crowd sale, and Jason decided to, you know, put a little bit more time into the game so that we can make sure that it comes out as best as it can be, and it's really going to pay off, and we appreciate your guys' patience and support. So yeah, you're going to love it, guys. It's going to be awesome. Let's go ahead and mix this up, and boom. Did I do it right? I hope I did it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it right. Okay. I was talking, you know, it's hard for me to do 2 things at one time. Let's see what we got here. I think everything else is set up and ready to go. Let's just double check and make sure. We did get half of a weight here. Actually, before we go out on our quest, we get to take a little pit stop at the Lonely Troll and visit our dude Caln over here, he's right there on the back of the cards. You look at him just chilling. He's got his like potions and books and wares on his shelves in the background. Super cool artwork. Amazing. Jason has the best freaking art. It's so good. Let's go ahead and mix these, and we're going to get 5 cards to choose from. Let's see what he's got for sale. What are you buying? He's got Oil of Penitence, the Spell Tome. That's cool. Spiked Club, a Battered Shield, and the Bronze Helm. We've got 2 gold to spend right here, guys. We got 2 gold. I kind of want this Bronze Helm, but it costs 3. The Battered Shield would be cool, but we got a 2-handed weapon. I might not buy any of this, actually. We do have the Oil of Penitence. Discard to remove curse tokens equal to your position on the morality tracker. That might actually be good for us, dudes. That might actually be good. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it, dudes. We're going to try that out. I've been sleeping on this card. This might actually be pretty decent, especially because we've got a positive morality familiar. Let's give it a whirl, dudes. We're going to take the other trappings and shuffle them back into the deck. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready, guys. We're ready to head out with the Yorni Ranger and his Moon Rabbit. Dude, this is going to be cool. This is going to be super, super fun. I'm excited. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the quest and see what we've got for our first quest. We have to speak to Godfrey. Your adventure begins with the need to seek out the old monk, Godfrey. He is said to know of a location that may be a key to your quest. Rumor has it that there is a small deserted chapel not too far into the Black Mountains. That is the likely place to unite with him. We need a wealth, combat, and mystic quest token in order to complete this quest. So we need everything except for nature. So let's head out, guys, into level 1 of the dungeon. The first door we open, we see an enemy lurking in the distance. You catch your foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. So we're going to go ahead and draw an enemy card. We're going to add double the dungeon level to the Skelepede's health, so he's going to have 9 health. And we get to attack first. Also, this weighs 1, so that bumps us up to 2.5 weight right there. So before combat, we need to make a mind check. If you fail, you gain a curse. We need a 5 or better, since we've got 2 mind and you're always trying to roll at least 7. Oof. And we rolled a 1, which is an automatic fail. So we gain a curse. And I'm already happy that I bought the Oil of Penitence. I can see that we're going to need to use it to remove some of those curses. If the Skelepede misses during combat, you gain 1 grit. Oh, see, look, that's a perfect example of like what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. There's certain enemies that when they miss, they'll gain you a grit back. So there's some pretty interesting ways, various ways that you can gain grit back, which is going to help a lot. Okay, cool. We get to attack first. I am going to spend... This guy is kind of tough. I'm only doing 2. I'm only doing 2 extra damage right now. You know what I mean? So I think I'm going to spend... Oof. What am I going to spend? Do I spend 3? It's going to be plus 9. That's kind of a lot. I'm going to spend 2 grit. Am I? This is tough, guys. This is actually kind of tough. I'm going to spend 2 grit and hope for the best. So we're doing 2 plus 4 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Minus 1 is 6 damage, and it puts him down to 3. Okay. The Skelepede is going to attack. He's doing plus 1 damage to his roll. And if he misses, we gain a grit. Please miss. Oof, he does not miss. He does 4. Plus 1 is 5 damage. So a big ol' attack. That's 4, 5 right there. There we go. Okay, I am going to... we need to do at least 2. I'm going to go ahead and just attack him without spending any grit here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. So we do 1 plus 2 is 3, minus 1 is 2, and it puts him down to 1. Oof. Okay, off to a pretty rocky start already, guys. Maybe I should have just spent the extra grit to begin with. He's going to attack. He gets plus 1 to his roll. Okay, he only does 2 that time. That's not nearly as bad. And then we're going to go ahead and attack him again. We get 2. Plus 1 is 3. Minus 1 is 2. And we took him down. Okay, so we're going to gain Treasure Class B. Treasure Class B is 1 trinket or 1 ingredient. I'm going to go ahead and grab an ingredient. And we got a Harpy Fig. Not what I was looking for. I was hoping that we would get another healing ingredient, but we didn't get it, unfortunately. And we're going to get an experience point. Let's go. And then the Skelepede is going to go on the bottom of the enemy deck, like so. We're going to put the ambush out on the tableau, and we're going to keep trekking deeper into the dungeon. Starting out with a big fight. What do we got up ahead? We got a merchant. We don't really have any gold, but I don't want to push my luck. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. Ooh, he's got the frost ring. It's so good. Oh, man, and the shard axe, dude. Are you serious? A cavern Zolia and an ogre's toenail. Okay. He's got a bunch of like blue stuff. Like everything he has is blue. That's cool. Is the Cavern Zolia blue? It's kind of bluish looking. It's got a hint of blue. Dude, that's cool. That's a cool merchant right there. Even his icons are blue. His blue wealth icons. Man, this is 5 gold. That is 4 gold. I don't have the money for that. These are 1 gold a piece. We could sell him stuff. Oof. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to sell anything. I think we're just going to let him keep all of his stuff. We don't have enough of our own equipment right now to really justify selling anything and buying stuff from him. So there we go. We're going to put this over here because we don't need nature quest token. So we'll go ahead and block that side off. And let's keep going. Okay, we got the false idol. This is great because we can get a combat quest token right here. Standing before you is an ominous statue of an ancient lord of the abyss. It's begging to be worshipped. What shall you do? We could beg for power, beg for health, or ignore it. I think... This is tough. Man, I want to get some grit back. I think I'm going to beg for power. I'm going to move down 1 space on the morality tracker, gain 2 grit or 1 treasure card. I'm going to move down 1 and gain 2 grit. And we get our grit back. See, look, another way to get grit back. There's several ways to replenish your grit, which is really good. Okay, and then I'm going to put this here, and we're going to get a combat quest token. Let's go. I really like that the false idol has a combat quest token icon on it, because typically you have to get those from ambushes, skirmishes, or exalted foes because it's combat, right? But with the false idol, it's kind of sneaky. You can get one in. You can sneak one in, which is pretty cool. Okay, we got the altar here. This is perfect. Sometimes the sanctuary is found in the least expected place. You kneel at the altar and pray for healing, peace, favor, or guidance. We don't have any poison, so we don't need to worry about praying for healing. Peace would remove curse tokens, but we've got the oil of penitence, so I'm not too concerned about that. We could pray for favor and move up 1 space on the morality tracker and gain 1 grit. Again, another way to gain grit. Or we could pray for guidance and discard 2 experience to gain 1 quest token of your choice. Now we only have 1 experience, so we can't do that. So our only real option, I guess we could just pray for favor. That way we'll move up 1 place on the morality tracker and we'll gain a grit. So we don't gain the grit, but when we move up 1 space, we can either gain a bonus health or remove a poison. So since we don't have any poison, we'll just go ahead and gain 1 health back. There we go. And then we're going to put this on the tableau. And dude, check it out, guys. We get a wealth quest token right there. Let's go. Okay, let's go deeper in. What do we got? We got a treasure chest. Ooh, nice, dude. You restore a bonus health and a bonus grit whenever you resolve the treasure chest. So we've already got all the grit, but we're going to gain another health. Look, another way to gain grit. See, there's so many ways, guys. There's so many ways. You open the chest to find that it is almost empty. Gain a trinket. Okay, don't mind if I do. Give me the pipe. Or a wine bottle. Take the wine bottle. If you encounter the talking dead, you can give the skeleton this empty bottle, and you will not have to make a mind check. So I'll hang on to that. We've got 1, 2, 3.5 weight right now. And then I'm going to place this. Where am I going to place this? What do we need? We need Mystic Quest Token. So it doesn't matter. Either way, we'll just place it here. And then let's keep on going. Ooh, we got an Exalted Foe, guys. So we got to get 2 Abomination cards. And then we're going to get an enemy, and it is a Vile Spider of Tyron. So, oh man, I hate Vile enemies because they poison you. So before combat, make an agility check, and if you fail, gain a poison. My goodness, there's so much poison. We need a 5 or better. We got a 1. Both skill checks so far have rolled a 1. So we're going to gain a poison. Not great. And it says if the spider misses during combat, you gain a grit. See, guys? So many ways to gain grit. If a vile enemy successfully hits in combat, you gain a poison. Vile enemies begin combat with 2 less health. So he's going to start with 6 health, but then he starts with 2 less. So he starts with 4 health. That's actually really funny. It's kind of cute. It says enemies from the plane of Tyron are immune to fire damage, and they add 1 to their defense. So he's got 1 defense instead of 0. He's got 6 initiative. We need a 4 or better to attack first. And we got it with the 5. Let's go, guys. So we get to attack first because you add your agility to it. So we got 7 initiative to his 6. I'm going to spend 1 grit. So we're doing 2 plus 2 is 4 plus. Ooh, we missed. I think I'm going to spend a grit to re-roll that. I don't want to get hit because he's a vile enemy and get poisoned. So I think it's worth re-rolling. Okay, so we got 4 plus 3 is 7. Minus is 1 defense since he gets 1 defense from being from the plane of Tyron. So he takes 6 damage and he's only got 4 health and he's dead. Nice. So he did manage to get some poison on us, but we killed him before he was able to poison us more. Vile enemies are nasty, dude. Super scary, super dangerous. So he's got treasure class of C, 1 ration or a trinket. I'm going to get the ration. And we are going to also gain an experience point. Oops, we're up to 2. If you defeat this enemy, you gain a bonus ingredient. Don't mind if I do. We get the unicorn horn. Not really what I'm looking for, but I'll take it. And then we get a bonus experience point as well. The suffix sides of the abomination cards all give you a bonus experience point. So if you ever have a suffix on the card, it'll always give you a bonus XP, whereas the prefixes, they give you different rewards. Okay, so this guy's gone. Put him underneath there. Nice. I'm glad that he had such low health. And that's the good thing about the Vile prefix is that it gives him 2 less health. So it's at least a little bit of a cushion there for the player. Because otherwise you're going to get ate up by a bunch of poison damage. Okay, let's keep on trekking. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Okay. We got an ambush. I'm kind of tempted to push my luck, but I think I'm just going to actually go through with it here. So we've got a serpent. He's going to have 11 health. He's weak to ice. We're not doing any kind of magical damage right now. Before combat, you make an agility check. If you fail, gain a poison. Oof, all these poison enemies here on level 1. We passed with a 5, plus the 2 is 7. Let's go. When the serpent successfully hits, you gain a poison. My goodness, man. I'm going to spend... Oh, actually, we got to... No, we don't have to roll. I'm ambushing him. I'm going to spend 3 grit. So we're going to do 2 plus 7 is 9 damage, plus 2 is 11, minus 2 defense is 9, so it drops him down to 2. Oof, okay. He's very close to death here. One more hit, and we ought to take him down. The serpent is going to attack. He's getting plus 2 to his roll. He's pretty strong. So he does 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then when they successfully hit, you gain a poison. Ooh, so we're going to gain a second poison token. And for every 2 poison you have at the end of the level, you gain an extra poison. We're going to attack. We're doing 2 plus whatever we roll. Should I spend 1? Yeah, because if I roll 1 damage, it's not going to kill him. I'm going to spend 1. So we're doing 4 plus whatever we roll. And we did 1 damage, so 5. Minus 2 is 3. Right, wait, would I have killed him? No, I would have done 1 damage to him, right? 2 plus the 1 would have been 3 minus 2 is 1. Yeah. But in this case, he's dead. We deal... 2 plus 2 is 4, so 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So he's dead. Okay, cool. Glad I went ahead and spent that. That way we don't gain any more poison or take any more damage. So treasure class A, 1 ration and 1 gold or a treasure. I'm going to go with the treasure, dude. What do we get here? Ooh, a bleeding circlet. Not really what we're looking for, but we'll take it. It weighs 1, goes on your head. Once per dungeon level, you may use health instead of grit to cast an incantation. Now, that doesn't really help us currently because we don't have the wizardry skill. But you know what? I'll go ahead and put it on my head anyway. That's going to weigh 1. We look kind of cool, I guess. So we'll put that on. We get 2 experience points. So we're up to... How many do we have now? We've got 5 experience points? Holy crap. Okay, we just need 1 more and we can learn a skill from the agility skills. Okay, and then this is going to go out on the tableau. I'm going to put it over this way. And we're going to keep on going. Do I want to use any of this? I do want to kind of get rid of some poison, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Let's keep going and see what we get here. Are there 2 cards left? Yeah. Okay, we got a skirmish. I am going to push my luck past that into... Oof, a skirmish. Dang it, dude. Okay. You are taken off guard and stumble for your weapon. So we have to draw an enemy card and add an abomination to it, the prefix side. And it's going to be a white. It's going to get plus 2 health from double the dungeon level, so it's got 6 HP. Before combat, make a mind check. If you fail, you lose a grit. Let's see if we can break the curse. We need a 5 or better. We did not get it, so we're going to gain... we're going to lose 1 grit. That is brutal. When the white successfully hits, you lose 1 grit. That is brutal. Oh, man. And then he's sinful. If a sinful enemy successfully hits in combat, there is a chance you may have to lower your morality. You perform a mind check, and if you fail, you must lower your morality 1 space on the morality tracker. And if a sinful enemy misses in combat, you gain 2 health. So there's something there. He's got 4 initiative. We need a 2 or better. And we got it with a 6 plus our 2 is 8 initiative, so we get to attack first. I am going to spend... I'm going to spend 1 and hope we get lucky here. So we're doing 2 plus 2 is 4, and we need to do 2 damage. Come on, dude. Yes, we did 4 damage. So it's 8. He's got no defense, and he is dead. Let's freaking go, guys. We're running low on grit, though. We do have some rations that we could eat here. We got treasure class of C. 1 ration or a trinket. We're definitely going to grab the ration, since, as I just mentioned, our grit's getting kind of low. We're going to get an experience point that's going to allow us to learn a skill. And if you defeat this enemy, you move up 1 space on the morality tracker. Okay, that's cool. So we move up 1 space, and we get to either remove a poison or gain a health. I'm going to remove a poison with our Moon Rabbit's ability. And that is it. Nice. That's a cool ability, dude. Getting to remove poison with the Moon Rabbit, very strong. Very, very strong. That's a high incentive to move up into the positive on the morality tracker for sure. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put this. It doesn't matter where I put it. The outcome is going to be the same. And let's continue on. What do we got up ahead? We got a clearing. Man, we didn't get any of the... Or we didn't get all of the tokens that we need. I think I'm actually going to push my luck. This is very risky, but we need a left-sided Mystic Quest token, and there are none out on the board. None of these have Mystic Quest token on the left side, so unless they're all in here, I'm hoping this is one right here. I'm going to push my luck. Can we push into another clearing? The Mushroom Cave. Okay, we'll take that. You find yourself standing in a grove of mature mushrooms. Let's go ahead and roll. We rolled a 3, so we gained 2 rations. That's actually excellent. We will definitely take that. Not the Mystic Quest token we're looking for, but we'll definitely take it. So before we move into the end of the level, I think I'm going to go ahead and eat 1, 2, 3, 4 rations. So I'm going to gain back 1, 2, 3, 4 grit. I'm also going to gain back 1, 2, 3, 4 health. How many rations do we have? Okay, I'm going to hang on to the rest of those. We're about to have to eat 1, 2 as a mandatory ration at the end of the level. I'm also going to spend these 6 experience point tokens here, and we're going to learn a skill. And we can learn an agility skill for 6. So let's see, what do we want? I think I might go with 6 Sense. When the ambush dungeon card is drawn as the second card, you may spend 1 grit to attack first. That is really good. We also have Nimble. Whenever you are asked to perform an agility check, you can add 1 bonus point to your roll. It's very good. And if the combined encumbrance of all the equipment you are wearing on your head, body, and hands is 3 or less, you may subtract 1 damage from all enemy attacks. I think I'm going to go with that. Yeah, I'm going to go with Nimble. Nimble is very good. Very, very good. So we've only got 2 weight on our head, body, and hands. That doesn't count your accessories in your inventory. So if you have 3 or less, you subtract 1 damage from all enemy attacks, so we're essentially going to get 1 defense from Nimble. That is really good. Very powerful skill. Cool. Let's go ahead and put all of our XP tokens over this way that we just spent, and I believe we're now good to go down to the next level. So we're going to head to level 2, and yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get that first quest completed. We didn't get that first quest. It was kind of barren on level 1 as far as quest tokens go. So let's shuffle this up, and that's all just the nature of the randomness of the game and how the cards fall. You're going to have some runs through, levels through the dungeon like that. And then other times you'll be getting quest tokens left and right. It's cool. It's very varied and different. So shuffle those up, place those right there. We're going to eat a ration that's going to gain us a grit and a health. We've only got 1 poison now, thanks to our Moon Rabbit, so we're not going to gain any more. And we're going to go down to level 2. So let's go ahead and put that on level 2, like so. And here we go, guys. We're heading into level 2. Let's see if we can get this Mystic Quest token to complete this quest. We got a campsite. You have found a relatively quiet spot to set up camp, but you shouldn't linger for too long. Pick 1 action below. We can cook and spend a ration to gain back d6 minus d6 grit. We can rest to spend a ration to gain d6 health and remove a poison. It's pretty good. Or we can search to gain 1 ration and then roll to see what else we find. I think I want to gain the health and remove the poison. So we're going to rest. So we're going to spend 1 ration. We're down to 1 ration now. We gain d6 health. So we gain 1 health back, and we're going to remove 1 poison. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to put this out on the tableau, and we're looking for that Mystic Quest token. Can we get it? Can we get it? We found another mushroom cave. We're going to go to it. You have stumbled upon a grove of young mushrooms this time, and we're going to gain a poison, unfortunately. These mushrooms are not ripe yet. We should not have picked those. We are going to gain a nature quest token, which we don't need quite yet, but we will definitely need it for a future quest. We've got a false idol here, so another false idol. I think I am going to actually beg for power. Begging for power is really good. It's really, really good. Begging for health is also really good. You can gain 3 health or a ration, And ignoring it can be good too in certain circumstances for sure. They're all viable options. But in this scenario, I'm going to beg for power, move down 1 space on the morality tracker, and gain 2 grit. Gaining 2 grit is just very good, especially now that you can spend grit to reroll. So I'm going to put this here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put it there, and because we don't want to block that side off. And let's keep on going. And we got a skirmish. I'm going to push my luck into an exalted freaking foe. Not great. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we're at 5. Wait, we got another exalted foe, guys. Our second one of the game. We got one on level 1 as well. What do we got here? Oh my gosh. Well, this could get really nasty. We've got a cursed consuming mass of Palma. This is going to be nasty. If your attack misses against the consuming mass, your hand weapon is devoured and must be discarded. So brutal. Cursed enemies re-roll their attack dice if they miss. If a cursed enemy re-rolls a miss and rolls a miss again, they instantly die. So if they roll 2 misses in a row, they just die. And then enemies from the plane of Palma are immune to ice damage, and they add 1 to their defense. So he's got 4 freaking defense, dude. That is insane. That's insane. He's got 5 initiative. We need a 3 or better to add to our 2 agility to attack first, and we got it with 4, so we got 6 initiative. We're going to attack first. I am definitely spending all 3, our maximum grit right here. So we're doing 2 plus 7 is 9. Plus 4 is 13. Minus 4 is 9, and I didn't set up his health. He's got 9 plus 4 would be 13, so he goes down to 4 because we just hit him for 9. Crazy. Okay, so he is down to 4. He's pretty low. He is going to retaliate. At least we didn't miss. And I guess the good thing is, too, is that with Marksman, if you miss in combat while using an agility-based weapon, you can re-roll your attack dice, but you must take the new result. So we can kind of get around that a little bit. So let's go ahead and roll. And he got 3 damage plus 1 is 4, and we're blocking 1, so he's doing 3 damage. So we take 3. And then what else? Oh, yeah, okay. They re-roll if they miss, and he's not doing any extra damage, right? No. Okay. We're going to attack here. I'm going to spend... God, dude, that 4 defense is just crazy. I'm going to spend... Ooh. 4 defense is crazy, guys. I can't believe I have to do this. I'm spending 3 again. I want to make absolutely sure this guy dies, because if I spend 2, I'm doing 2 plus 4 is 6, and then he's mitigating 4 of it. So it's going to go down to 2 damage. And then if I roll only 1 damage with my roll, the 1 plus 2 is 3, and that's going to put him on 1 health. And you already know it's going to happen. And then he's going to hit us again, so I'm spending the extra grit now. So we're doing 2 plus 7 is 9 plus... Oh, we would have had him. We would have just had him. That's 9 plus the 2 is 11. Minus 4 is 7, and he's dead. But hey, better safe than sorry. I want to take him down. There we go. So we still have 4 grit left. Okay, I'm liking the change to adding 2 grit to the characters. I can definitely feel the difference. Feels really good. It's feeling really, really good. Okay, cool. So he's got a treasure class of A. 2 ingredients or a treasure. I am going to go with the treasure. Can we get something cool? Ooh, the iron sword. That is cool. That is actually really cool. The iron sword deals 2 extra damage to all successful hits. If you ever roll double 1s when attacking, which I have been known to do, the iron sword breaks and should be discarded. Okay, so since we're not in combat anymore, I'm going to actually swap this out. We're going to drop the crude sling or put it in our inventory, and we're going to pick up the iron sword. It weighs 1. So now it's a brawn-based weapon. Our brawn stat is 2, so we're still dealing 2. But then the iron sword deals 2 extra damage to all successful hits. So now we're going up to 4 damage. So we got a damage boost at the expense of our marksman skill. So marksman lets you reroll misses with agility-based weapons, and the iron sword is a brawn-based weapon. But I like the extra damage. I think I'm going to go with that for now. We also gain 2 experience points for killing the consuming mass, which is cool. He's a harder enemy with a really big risk of devouring your weapon, so it's cool. You get extra experience points. You gain a bonus trinket and a bonus gold. So let's get the trinket. We get the ivory comb. That's one of the best ones because it's worth 3 gold. So this is going to go up to 6.5. We also gain a gold, so we basically earned 4 gold just then. And we get a bonus experience point as well. Let's go, dude. Heck yeah. So off that 1 enemy, we're halfway to another skill. Just off of that 1 single enemy. Okay. And we could always go outside of our proficiency, too, for 10 if we wanted to. For 10 experience points. Okay, we're going to put this here on the tableau. Let's scooch it over just a little bit. There we go. And let's keep on going, dudes. What we got? We got the labyrinth. Ooh, I'm going to push my luck into the clearing. Okay, that's better. Fortune finds those who take risks. So we're going to draw 2 encounter cards and choose one. You know what? I think I'm going to go to the sarcophagus. We're going to put the fruit tree back on top of the deck. You can put it on the top or the bottom. And it says, you find yourself in an ancient burial room lined with tombs. All have been raided except one. You can leave the tomb alone and move up 1 space on the morality tracker and gain 1 experience, or you can open the tomb, move down 1 space on the morality tracker and gain 1 treasure card. I think I'm actually going to leave it alone. I'm going to move up 1 space. So that allows us to heal a health or to gain 1 bonus health or remove a poison. I'm going to remove the poison with the moon rabbit. So cool, dude. And also we gain 1 experience. So we're going to gain 1 experience point and we're up to 4. Nice. Cool. So we're going to let the dead rest in peace. We'll leave the sarcophagus alone, do the right thing. And we're going to put this here, I think. Yeah, let's put this here because we got to leave this open on this side. Let's keep on going. We really need to find one. There we go, dudes. You are blinded by a flash of light that quickly fades. After your eyes adjust, you are startled to see the form of a beautiful woman with large wings. She has been sent to judge your deeds. So she's going to give us plus health depending on our morality or minus if we have negative. But we've got plus 2 morality, so we're going to gain 2 health. Like so. And most importantly, we can put that card on the tableau and gain the Mystic Quest token that we've been going after for like the first level and a half of the dungeon. So let's complete the first quest finally, midway through level 2. We've got a Wealth Quest token, a Combat Quest token, and a Mystic Quest token. And it says, after a bit of turmoil, you finally find Godfrey kneeling before an altar in an old chapel. He seems happy to see a friendly face, and the two of you have a long chat over a bowl of stew. Gain 1 grit. Don't mind if I do. See, guys, so many ways to gain grit. After your meal and conversation, you know where you must travel to next. You may place 1 trinket at the altar as an offering, and this will gain you 2 health. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to place this wine bottle as an offering at the base of the altar, and I'm going to gain 2 health back. There we go. Give me 2 health back, so now I'm only missing 1 health. And what did we start with? We started with 27, so we're at 26 health now. Cool. And then we're going to continue our quest, guys. Continue our adventure. Locate the prison. You have been asked to locate the old goblin prison in the crags of Rat Rock. Here, you should find clues to the location of an item of great value by searching all the long-abandoned prison cells. You may spend 2 trinkets instead of a wealth quest token for this quest. We need wealth, combat, and mystic. So everything except the one that we have. So we're going to go looking for the same ones that we just got for the last quest. We've got a skirmish up ahead. I'm going to push my luck past it into a clearing, and fortune finds those who take risks. So let's go ahead and draw. And we've got the fruit tree, or we got the frost trap. I'm going to take the fruit tree, and I'm going to put the frost trap on the bottom of the deck, because you could place the unused card either on the top or the bottom of the encounter deck. So that's going to go down on the bottom where it belongs. In the clearing stands a tall and slender tree. Its higher branches bend with ripe fruit. Leaning against the base of the tree is an axe. We could chop down the tree, move down 1 space on the morality tracker and gain 2 rations. Ooh. Or leave the tree alone and move up 1 space on the morality tracker and gain 1 nature quest token. We're going to chop it down, dudes. We're going to move down 1 space on the morality track and get the side eye from the moon rabbit. And we're going to gain 2 rations, which I'm going to hang on to. I'm not going to eat them just yet. Mainly because we're only missing 1 health. And then we're going to put this on the bottom of the deck in the discard pile like that. And then this we're going to put here, I suppose, may as well, and grab another nature quest token that we don't really need, but we might need it for future quests again. So we got a merchant here. This is excellent. So deep in the dungeon seems like a strange place to set up shop, but who are you to question his sanity? He's got a magma ring, which is amazing. He's got a bone breaker, which is amazing. He's got a lizard foot, that's pretty cool. And he's got a thistle bloom, which is pretty cool. Man, that magma ring though, dude. That magma ring, guys. I'm going to sell him my crude sling. So long, crude sling. So long, marksman skill. Feels a little bad. Maybe we'll find a longbow or something. That'd be cool. He's going to give us a gold for it. We've also got 3 gold from the ivory comb. So I'm going to give him the 3 gold ivory comb along with 2 gold, like so. Dude, the trinkets are so cool, man. I did want to comment just very briefly on this. I saw a few comments saying that it seemed like ingredients were just better than trinkets. It's like it's better to just get an ingredient. And don't get me wrong, ingredients are definitely very, very strong and they're very useful, especially when you have a character that's got like, 3 mind. Mostly if they have three or higher mind, they're the most useful then, obviously, because you use your mind stat to craft potions. But don't get me wrong, there are some really useful trinkets as well, and they're worth a lot of gold. So like in this situation, I wouldn't be able to buy this magma ring just using ingredients, but because I've got such an expensive, valuable trinket, I can. So yeah, don't get me wrong, ingredients are definitely very, very valuable and very strong, but I still think that trinkets are also, very, very useful as well and very valuable. So for 5 gold, we're going to get this magma ring, and we're going to place that there, and we're going to let him keep the rest of his stuff. There we go. And you guys will get, like a real feel of it too once you actually get your hands on the game and get to play the game, because it's definitely going to be different actually playing it compared to like just watching somebody play it. You get, a general idea, and it's a very small sample size, just the few playthroughs that I've done so far. But once you guys get to play the game like a bunch, you'll start to get the feel of it. And yeah, certain things might feel stronger with particular characters, or given the certain game state too will feel different. Cool. So we're going to put this out on the board, and we're going to get a wealth quest token. It feels really good though. Everything feels really balanced and really good. So let's keep on it going. We got a skirmish. I'm going to push my luck. I don't want to get into a fight. And we go into an ambush. And we're going to get into a fight. And it's going to be an even worse fight because they get to attack first, which kind of sucks. Also, let's take stock of our encumbrance. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So we'll put that 5.5 like so. So your foe catches you by surprise and gains the upper hand. Draw an enemy card and add double the dungeon level to their health. And then draw an abomination card and add the prefix to the enemy. The enemy attacks first. So we're going to get an abomination. We've got an unholy troll. Uh-oh. Unholy trolley. So he's going to get to attack first. I wish we had Ziggy, dude. Dang. Or if I would have got, instead of getting nimble, if I would have got the 6th Sense skill. But it's okay. So if your attack misses against the troll, they will heal 3 health. And you may avoid a battle with a troll by discarding 3 trinkets. See, it's another time that trinkets would be better than ingredients. If I had 3 trinkets, I would definitely trade them to the troll right now and get out of this mess. But I don't have them. If an unholy enemy successfully hits, you gain a curse token. And if they miss in combat, they lose 2 health. So he's got 9 plus 4. So he goes up to 13 health. It's double the dungeon level. So he's going to get to attack first. He's doing +3 to his roll. My goodness. We're only defending 1. So he's doing +2 to his roll. Here we go, guys. He's weak to fire also, and we're doing +1 damage, fire damage with our magma ring now. So let's put that there. I never did read the magma ring. It says you add 1 damage to all successful attacks against enemies weak to fire, like our friend the troll here. And you gain a bonus 1 health when you take the cook action at the campsite. Also, and you may, if you have a keen eye, you may notice I did get in all of the newer corrected cards, but this one slipped through the cracks. It still says agility down in the bottom right corner, but don't fret, guys. It's already been brought to Jason's attention, and it's going to be fixed. Okay, cool. So he's doing +2 to his damage, to his roll, and he misses. Okay. It says if he misses, they lose 2 health. So he goes down to 11. Dude, that's so lucky. It's incredibly lucky. I'm going to spend 3. So we're doing 4 plus 7 is 11, plus whatever we roll. 11 plus 2 is 13, minus 2 is 11. And that's enough to kill him. And we deal 1 fire damage, too, from the magma ring, just to add insult to injury. So he is dead. Let's go. It says that we get treasure class A. So 2 ingredients or a treasure. I think I'm going to go for the treasure in this instance here. And we get leather armor. That's so good. Okay, we're going to unequip the bleeding circlet. And we're going to equip the leather armor. And that's going to subtract 1 damage from all enemy attacks. So we'll go up to 2 defense. And the reason we're doing that is because now our combined weight on our head, body, and hands is 3. And again, if the combined encumbrance of all the equipment you are wearing on your head, body, and both hands is 3 or less, you may subtract 1 damage from all enemy attacks. So that's what's giving us that extra defense over there. Cool. Okay, so we're going to hang on to the circlet for now. We'll try to sell that to a merchant if we come across one. I think we're going to have to wait till level 3, right? Did we already find the merchant? Oh, yeah, he's literally right here. Okay, and then we also get 2 experience points. And does that bring us to 6? It does. Nice, dude. It feels good, too. Again, just to kind of mention, like, it feels good not having the rerolls tied to XP. Because now you're not incentivized to just spend your, your XP on rerolls rather than getting skills. We're actually incentivized to learn skills now because there's no point to just let your XP just sit there. So it's really cool. I like it a lot. It feels really good. If you defeat this enemy, you gain a bonus ingredient. Okay, let's see what we get. We get the mermaid's tongue. So hang on to that. See how much weight we've got on us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 8 weight. There we go. We could hold up to 12. So we're good. We're looking good on weight. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Do we want to do anything with our ingredients? I don't think so. The troll is dead. Let's get him out of here. We need grit. So maybe we do. Maybe we do want to make a potion. We need grit. Let me see what we got here. We do have some options. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a human bone harpy fig potion. And we're going to go for the 3 grit right down the middle. So the difficulty is 2 plus 3 is 5. We've got a mind of 2. We need 3 or better. And we got it. 3 plus 2, our 2 mind is 5. And that equals or exceeds the difficulty level. And of course, you're looking at the little white pips right here on the card. So 2 plus 3 is 5 difficulty. So we get back 3 grit. 1, 2, 3. Nice, dude. Awesome. See? Another way to get back grit. So many ways. It's so good. Cool. Also, I think I want to eat a ration, and we're going to gain back another grit and refill our health up to full. There we go. Okay, and then this is going to go out on the tableau, and I'm going to put it, I guess it doesn't matter where I put it, because we can't form another token right there. So we'll just put it there, and then we're going to scoop these up, and we're going down to level 3, and I'm going to be honest, guys. It's looking kind of iffy. I don't know if we're going to make it in time is the issue. We also freed up a weight right there. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it down to the boss in time. You've got to do it before the end of level 5. So if we get all the way through level 5 and we don't have all the quests complete and we haven't beaten the boss, then you lose the game and you run out of time. So it's looking kind of dicey right now. We're just on the 2nd quest. We haven't gotten many quest tokens this run. So we'll get this nice and mixed. There we go. We're going to eat a ration in between. That's going to gain us a grit. I probably should have not eaten that other ration because we're only missing 1 health, but it's too late. It is what it is. We don't have any poison, and we're going to go down to level 3. There we go. Okay, let's keep on going, guys. Let's keep on going. See what we can get done here. We got another merchant. At least we're running into a lot of merchants. I don't think we're going to be able to afford much. The hidden stash he will not have. The seer's brooch. Oh my goodness. The blessed tunic. Oh, shout out to my friend who told me in the comments that this is pronounced brooch, not brooch. It looks like brooch. It looks like it'd be pronounced brooch, but he said it's pronounced brooch, like roach, but with a B. So we got the seer's brooch. So shout out to you, dude. I appreciate that. We've also got some ingredients here. Okay. Now we got to think. I want to definitely sell this bleeding circlet to him. So that's going to give us 1 gold. You can take that back, mister. Give me a gold. And do I want to buy any of this stuff? Dude, 3 grit. It is a 4, though. It's a 4 difficulty. Oof. If I had 3 mind, maybe, you know what I mean? But even then, it's tough. I'm not too worried about, I mean, I really want the seer's brooch. Brooch? Yeah, brooch. I really want the seer's brooch. You know what? I really want it. I'm going to sell him the unicorn horn and mermaid's tongue for a gold. You could sell him 2 ingredients for 1 gold. So we're up to 2 gold. I'm also going to sell him the oil of penitence. It just hasn't come into play yet. Chances are we'll start getting a bunch of curse tokens now that I'm selling it. So it's a little unfortunate that we paid 2 gold for it and we're only getting 1 back, but you never know. Hindsight's 20/20. And then I'm going to spend this 3 gold and we're going to buy the seer's brooch for 3 gold. I'll get it right eventually. We'll get the seer's brooch for 3 gold. And it is insane. It's basically the robes from Ironhelm, but it costs a grit. Once per dungeon level, you may avoid a skirmish by spending 1 grit. Insane. Insanely good. And then he can keep the rest of his stuff. There we go. You can keep the blessed tunic. Very good armor right there. It's better the higher your morality is. But we're okay with the leather armor right now. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 weight on us. There we go. The Yorni's like, come on, dude. Give me more to carry. I can hold up to 12. Pile it on me. Let's keep going. We got the false idol up ahead. Okay, that's pretty good. So we got a statue standing before us, an ominous statue begging to be worshipped. What shall we do? I keep finding little ziggy hairs everywhere that drive me crazy. There we go. Get that little ziggy hair out of here. We need to probably get grit. So I'm going to beg for power. I'm going to move down 1 space on the morality track, beg for power, and gain 2 grit. That is just such a good option. And we're going to go here, and we're going to get wealth quest token. Excuse me. Got something, got like a tickle in my throat. We're going to go to the clearing now. I think I'm going to do it. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve an encounter card. Bam. Ooh, we got the cow. Yep, that's a cow all right. What an odd place for her to live. The cow is not ordinary in nature and is roughly half the size of the cows back home. She stares at you with her huge, gentle eyes. Choose an option below. We can milk the cow, make an agility check, and if you fail, you lose a health, but if you succeed, you gain a ration. Or you could charm the cow, make a mind check, and if you fail, you lose 1 health and 1 grit, but if you succeed, you gain the Mildred reward card. Now, I know that the Mildred reward card is mainly used as a carry capacity card, so Mildred will give you 3 to your encumbrance, but since we're the Yorni and we have 12 encumbrance already and we're like not even holding half of what we can hold, it's really not worth getting Mildred in this case. So I don't want to risk losing a health and a grit. I think what I'm going to do instead is milk the cow. So we'll make an agility check. So our agility is 2. So we need 5 or better. Okay, we didn't get it. So if you fail, you lose a health. So that's better than losing a health and a grit. So we just lose a health. And unfortunately, we don't gain the ration. Would have been nice, but it is what it is. We've only got 1 ration over here, by the way. We kind of need more. Also, I think we've got 6, right? 6 of these experience points. We sure do. So we can actually learn a skill. Let's do that. I forgot about those. So let's see what we want. Maybe 6 cents, honestly. There's also another skill. Where is it? There it is, Counter-Strike. So it says the prerequisite is that you must have the Nimble skill to learn the skill, and we do have Nimble. It says much time spent engaged in combat has taught you ways to take advantage of your foe's weaknesses. If an enemy misses you during combat, you may add 3 damage to your next attack. That is pretty good. That is pretty good, dude. That's a lot of extra damage. But it requires them to miss. Like, how often is that going to happen? I don't know. It's a situational thing. Shadow, we need a dagger to make use of, so we're not going to go for that. Parry, I rarely ever pick parry because I'm always afraid my weapon is going to break. Yeah, it says you may attempt to deflect an enemy attack, taking 0 damage by spending 1 grit, rolling a d6, and adding your agility stat and referring to the chart below. So our agility is 2, so we would need to roll a 6 in order to block all the damage. If we roll... Oh yeah, it doesn't break your weapon anymore. That's been removed. I think I actually had mentioned to Jason, like, your weapon breaking is just too much of a penalty. Like, I would never pick this skill because of that. So now it's just nothing happens, or you could block 1 damage. This is actually kind of decent. Maybe we'll get this. Let's try it out, guys. Let's try it. Let's try out parry. So you have elite reflexes and are able to deflect incoming attacks. You may attempt to deflect an enemy attack, taking 0 damage by spending 1 grit, rolling a d6, and adding your agility stat and referring to the chart below. And it says you may only use this skill once per turn. Parrying is not considered an agility check. Okay, we're going to place that there. There we go. And we're going to put this over this way. Now it says once per turn. So I assume that just means once per turn during combat. I don't think that means once per combat. Okay, we'll deal with it when we get there. We're going to put this out on the tableau. What do we need, dudes? We need a combat quest token. So I'm going to put this over this way on this side. And let's see if we can get this combat quest token. Another clearing. I'm going to go to it. We found Sortab, dude. You are approached by a kind old man who tells you he long ago retired from adventures, but that his heart grew restless. So he now wanders the great dungeon. He offers you one of the following blessings. You can recharge. You may reactivate a spent incantation. We don't have any, so we're not worried about that. Or treasure, you can gain 2 ingredients. Or healing, you can gain d6 minus d6 health. I think I'm going to go for the 2 ingredients, since we're only missing 1 health. So Sortab hooks us up with a nether cabbage and a skinkling heart. Interesting. Okay. He's like, go make a stew. So we'll hang on to those. Put that underneath there. And then I'm going to put this here on the tableau. Again, leaving that combat quest token available. And we got an ambush. It's not the one that we want. I don't want to push into a fight, though. Guys, we're getting really unlucky with the quest tokens. We've got to hustle. I'm pushing. Skirmish, that's fine. We're going to complete a quest token. We've got to hustle. We need to get these quest tokens before time runs out. Okay, so we've got a Hardened Shade. Before combat, make a mind check. If you fail, take 3 ice damage. We need 5 or better. We got it, dude. 5 plus our 2 mind is 7, so we passed the check. When the Shade successfully hits, you gain a curse. And hardened enemies begin combat with 1 extra defense, so he's got 3 defense. Hardened enemies subtract 1 from their initiative, so he's got 7 initiative. So we need to roll a 5 or better to attack first. And we got it. 5 plus 2 is 7, and that equals or exceeds his initiative. He's going to have 9 plus 6, so 15 health. I am going to spend 3 grit. 1, 2, 3. He's weak to holy attack, so we're not dealing any extra damage here. You know what I just realized? I could have Sears broached this skirmish, but it's too late. It's too late. Let's go ahead and attack. I'm doing 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 4 is 15, minus 3 is 12, and that puts him down to 3. That was a massive hit. Massive attack. Okay, this is okay. Well, we'll still have the Sears brooch, so that's okay. The Shade's going to retaliate. He's doing 1 damage. We're subtracting 2 from it, so he's doing -1 to his attack here. And he misses, guys. No way. Does anything happen when he misses? No, I don't believe so. No, he just straight up misses. So we're doing 4. Plus, I'm going to do plus 2 damage. So we're doing 6 plus 3 is 9, minus 3 is 6, and he's got 3 health and he is dead. Let's go, guys. Cool. So we're going to gain treasure class A, 2 gold and a ration or a treasure. Let's get the 2 gold and the ration, since we only have 1 ration. And we had no gold, so now we got a couple of coins in our pocket there. We get 2 experience points. Very nice. And we get a bonus trinket. Also very cool. We get an amethyst. It's worth 2 gold, and you can discard it to deal 2 ice damage to a single attack. Okay. I'm going to put this underneath here. We're going to put this underneath here. And we're going to put this out on the tableau, and we get a freaking combat quest token, guys. Let's go. We just need a mystic quest token, and we can complete quest number 2. We got a skirmish. I'm going to push my luck past it into the mushroom cave. Let's see what we find. We're in a mature grove of mushrooms. Okay, cool. We get a ration. If we were in a grove of young mushrooms, we would have taken a poison just then. I'm going to place this here so we can leave open this mystic quest token. And can we get it? Not quite. A treasure chest. That's hard to pass up, though, because we get to restore a bonus grit and health with our special ability. And we're going to get a trinket as well. And we get a rusty key. You may discard the rusty key in order to redraw a new treasure card, but you must take the new result, and it's worth 1 gold. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weight right now. Okay, I'm going to put this here, I suppose. Actually, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it here on this side and leave the wealth quest token open, just in case. See what we get. And we got a clearing. Let's go. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve an encounter card, and we're going to get our mystic quest token. Oof, this one's nasty. You are struck by an eerie silence as you stumble into the clearing. A blinding darkness quickly envelops you. You are deaf and blinded. You realize that wizardry is at play. Make a mind check. If you fail, the illusionist thief steals an item from your inventory, your choice, and inflicts 2 points of poison damage and then disappears into the shadows. If you succeed, the black fog evaporates and your foe is startled, and they drop their loot and run off into the darkness. You gain 1 treasure card and 2 trinkets. So we need a 5 or better. And we got it with a 6. Let's go, guys. So the black fog evaporates and your foe is startled. They drop their loot and run off into the darkness. Gain 1 treasure card and 2 trinkets. So it does say on a rusty key here that you may discard the rusty key in order to redraw a new treasure card, but you must take the new result. So we might use that here, depending on what we get. Ooh, we're not going to. We got the Mossy Lantern. We're keeping this, dude. It's an offhand item. Once per dungeon level, you may spend 1 grit to reveal both dungeon cards and resolve 1. Both cards should be considered as the first card drawn when resolving. So I'm going to keep it in my inventory for now. It's supposed to go in your offhand, but I'm going to keep it in my inventory for now because it weighs 1, and it's going to put us over our 3 encumbrance, and then we're not going to gain that extra defense in that case. We also gain 2 ingredients, so let's see what we get. Loose pearls. They're worth 2 gold, and if you encounter the gibbering fool, you may give him the loose pearls, and doing so will move you up 1 space on the morality tracker and gain you an experience. And we also gain the scrimshaw, which is worth 3 gold. If you encounter Lyra, the mermaid, you may show her the scrimshaw, and she will give you the conch reward card for free. See, guys, these trinkets are really, really cool, man. They're worth a boatload of money. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weight. Here we go. And then this is going to go under here. Wow, dude, this one can be really nasty because he can hit you with the poison and steal one of your items, or it can go the other way. and you can get a bunch of stuff. So we get a Mystic Quest token, and we complete the second quest, guys. Let's go. An hour into the playthrough. We get a Wealth Quest token, a Combat Quest token, and a Mystic Quest token. And it says, rats scurry about the floor as you enter the old goblin prison. Blankets of cobwebs tell the tale of a place that has been lost to time. You begin searching for clues amongst bones and debris. Finally, you find a scroll that speaks of a magical item, but in picking it up, you trigger a trap. Make an agility check, okay? We need a 5 or better. We didn't get it. If you fail, gain 1 poison. Oof, okay. And if you are to succeed, you avoid the trap and gain an experience, but we failed. So the trap hits us and we get a poison. We get to go to the next quest, find the cloak. The scroll hinted at the location of a powerful cloak that was said to have been stolen from a high priest of the Red Cloth. With a new sense of direction, you continue your quest by delving deeper into the dungeon. You may spend 2 health instead of a Mystic Quest token for this quest, and we need Wealth, Mystic, and Nature. So I'm going to go ahead and spend the 2 health. So we're going to spend 2 health instead of a Mystic Quest token. So that takes care of the Mystic. We also need a Wealth. We've got it. And we need a Nature. And we've got it. Look at that, guys. Took us forever to get through those first couple of quests. And we just blasted through this one instantly. You find yourself at a threshold of an entrance to a sanctuary. You light a few candles and locate a dead man in the center of the room. He has been robbed by the looks of it. Behind some nearby rocks, you find a satchel containing the cloak that you seek. Gain the Crimson Cloak reward card, and further searching indicates the man was not alone, and whoever killed him kidnapped his companion and took them further into the dungeon. So we get to grab the Crimson Cloak reward card, which is right on the top. It's right on the top. So it's an accessory. It weighs 1. Whenever you beg at the false idol, you may reactivate a spent incantation. Not any good for our character because we're not casting spells, but it does say that you reduce all fire damage you take by 2. So very, very useful still. So that's going to weigh 1 and bump us up to 10. Nice. So we get a little bit of resistance against fire damage, which is cool. Let's keep on going. We're going to quest 4 now. Rescue Borko. You have never heard of the name Borko before, but something tells you that there must be some sort of connection between him and the magic item you found. You recall hearing of a dungeon that is often used to imprison adventurers to be sacrificed in evil experiments. We need combat, wealth, and nature quest token. So we've got a nature. We need a combat and a wealth quest token. Let's continue on into the last room of level 3. And we've got an ambush, and I think we're just going to go ahead and... Ooh, what are we going to do? Do I want to do it, dude? I'm going to push my luck. Dude. Into the altar. Let's go, man. Sometimes the sanctuary is found in the least expected place. You could say that again. You kneel at the altar and pray for... I'm going to pray for guidance. Discard 2 experience to gain 1 quest token of your choice. So I've got exactly 2 XP. I'm going to discard both of these. And we're going to gain a combat quest token. Very, very nice. And then I'm going to place this over here. It doesn't matter where we put it. Either way, we can't get an extra token. And I think, let's make sure that we don't want to do anything else here. I think I'm good on everything else. Yeah, I think I'm good on the rest of it. So let's go ahead and scoop all of this stuff up. Like so. And we're going to shuffle up the dungeon deck and get ready for level 4. We're getting deep in there now, guys. But we're halfway through the adventure as far as the quests go. And we've also got a couple of quest tokens over here. So we're actually past halfway. We are past halfway. We're getting there. I got a feeling our luck's going to turn around in level 4. We're going to get a bunch of quest tokens. Okay, we'll put these here. We're going to eat a ration. That's going to gain us a grit and a health. There we go. We'll put this over this way. We've only got 1 poison, so we don't gain any more. And we go into level 4 of the dungeon. There we go. Did I re-roll earlier, guys? I feel like I re-rolled earlier and didn't gain a curse token. Did I cheat? Because it was just crossing my mind like, wait, have I re-rolled this game? I think I did, right? I think I re-rolled once earlier, but I didn't gain a curse token. I'm going to give myself a curse token. I feel like I did. I feel like that happened. You can blast me in the comments below. I feel like that happened. It just hit me all of a sudden. It's like, oh yeah, not only do you spend a grit, you also gain a curse token. So I think I might have re-rolled once earlier. No way. The altar again. Okay. From an altar at the end of level 3 to an altar at the beginning of level 4. We're at 0 morality, so I'm going to go ahead and pray for favor, move up 1 place on the morality tracker, and gain a grit. So we'll move up 1, gain a grit, and we're going to remove 1 poison with our Moon Rabbit Familiar's ability when we move up on the morality tracker. The Moon Rabbit has been amazing for keeping poison off of us, dude. So good. That's 3 poison he's removed so far. Okay, let's keep on going. We've got a mushroom cave. I'm going to go to it. Let's go ahead and roll. And we got a 4. So we get to gain 1 ration. So let's go ahead and gain the ration. Like so. I'm going to put this. What do we need? We need wealth. So I'm going to put that over that way. Because we need the wealth quest token. And then we've got a skirmish. I'm going to push. Ooh, am I going to push? I think I'm going to use the seer's brooch. So I'm going to spend a grit. Like so. And it says that once per dungeon level, you may avoid a... Oh, I'm sorry. Not the seer's brooch. The mossy lantern. I want to equip the mossy lantern and use that. There we go. So we're losing our 1 defense right now. Once per dungeon level, you may spend 1 grit to reveal both dungeon cards and resolve 1. Both cards should be considered as the first card drawn when resolving. So let's go ahead and check. Okay. Well, tough decision, guys. Tough decision. I guess I'm going to actually just use the seer's brooch. Yeah, once per dungeon level, you may avoid a skirmish by spending 1 grit. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a grit and avoid the skirmish. And I'm going to pick, which one do I want to pick that we actually keep on the board? I'm going to pick this one here. Yeah, and I'm going to put that on the tableau, and this one we will skip. Cool, and so we've used this. I'm going to unequip the mossy lantern. We've used it for the round, so we're going to gain our defense back. And let's keep on going. We've got a clearing up ahead. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. So we'll draw and resolve an encounter card. An old tattered bridge stands before you with bats circling in the air above. It stretches across a deep chasm. You must make your way across. Make an agility check. If you fail, you gain a poison. If you succeed, you gain a wealth quest token. Dude, we gotta succeed. We need a 5 or better. Ooh, we didn't get it. Do I want to re-roll? I'm going to re-roll once. We need 5 or better. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. 5 plus 2 is 7. So we succeed and we gain a wealth quest token. So good. So good. Let's go. Paid to reroll. And then I'm going to place this here on the tableau and we're going to get a mystic quest token. And we can complete the next quest. Okay, now we're zipping through it. Now we are zipping through it. So we need a combat, wealth, and nature quest token to complete this quest. You find the prison. You must sneak in, rescue Borko, and slip back out. Make an agility check. We need a 5 or better. We got it again. If you fail, you lose 3 health, but manage to rescue Borko. If you succeed, you locate Borko and quietly make your way to safety. A grateful Borko offers to join you. Gain the Borko reward card. He also mentions the location he was heading to before being captured. So let's go ahead and check Borko here and see what we've got with Borko. Where my boy Borko at? There he is on the top. All the cards are on the top. So he's going to give us +1 attack, dude. That's insanely good. It's so good. 2 encumbrance. So now we can hold up to freaking 14. I'll just set this off to the side. We can hold max encumbrance. And add 1 to all brawn checks when resolving an encounter. So any encounters that we resolve, we'll add 1 to brawn checks for those. He's got 2 morale. You can give him a trinket to increase his morale by 1. And Borko loses 1 morale each time you resolve the false idol dungeon card. So we got to keep our eyes peeled for that. So he's going to have 2 morale. We'll put a 2 on him with this little red D6 over here. And these cards will go over this way. Dude, that +1 damage from Borko, man. He's going to help us fight. Let's freaking go. Let's double check our encumbrance. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're at 10. Okay, yes, perfect. So let's continue on. We're getting close now, guys. Find the Sanctum. The Sanctum is a place you have heard mentioned in whispers back at the Lonely Troll Inn. It is not a place you seek out without a purpose. Yet here you are, diving deeper into the darkness. All the cards point to there being something there that will address all your questions. We need wealth, mystic, and combat. So we need a wealth and combat quest token. We've got wealth open over here on the altar side. Let's see if we can get one. A merchant, maybe? Archangel? Yeah, we'll go with that. She's going to heal us 1 health since we're at +1 on the morality track. And it's going to gain us a nature quest token. There we go. So we don't need that now, but we might need it for the last quest. And if not, we can turn it in for an experience point. We've got an ambush. Man. This is tough. It's like normally I would do it, but I'm racing to get quest tokens so that we can complete the quest before time runs out. Ooh. And I've used my mossy lantern. It's kind of risky to push. Ooh, this is very risky. I think I'm going to push my luck. I'm feeling compelled to try to get quest tokens into the campsite. Okay, it paid off. So we found a relatively quiet spot to set up camp. We shouldn't linger for too long. Pick one action below. I think I'm going to cook. So I'm going to spend a ration and gain d6 minus d6 grit. Come on. No, I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to spend a grit to re-roll. Worst case scenario, we just get our 1 grit back. Or I guess worst case scenario, we miss again. Okay, we only get 1 grit. So, dang, that sucks. That really sucked. Oh well. Okay, it's going to happen. We're going to get a Mystic Quest token, which we don't really need, but we've got it. Let's keep on going. We might need it for the next quest. We've got an Exalted Foe. Oof, my goodness. So let's see what we're fighting here. We've got a Hasty Doom Skull of Dragu. If the Doom Skull misses during combat, it will explode, dealing 5 fire damage. You discard this card and you gain no treasure or experience. It's got 5 plus 8 health, so it's got 13 health. It also says it's hasty. So hasty enemies add 3 to their initiative, and they add 1 damage to all successful hits. They subtract 1 from their defense. So his defense goes down to 0, but his damage goes up to 3, and he gets 3 to his initiative. So his initiative is 11, which means he's automatically going to go first. We can't roll high enough to attack first. And then enemies from the plane of Dragu begin combat with 3 extra health. So he's up to 16 health. And they add 1 poison to all of their successful hits. Oh my god, that is nasty. That is so gnarly, dude. Holy crap. Oh my god. Okay, he's going to attack first. He's weak to holy attack, so we're not doing any extra damage. Man, our Magma Ring not coming in clutch yet. He's going to attack. He's doing 3 minus 2, so plus 1 damage to his roll. So he does 3 plus 1 is 4 damage. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. He's also going to poison us. Like so. And yeah, he just poisons, right? Yeah, he adds 1 poison and add 3 to their initiative and add 1 damage to all their attacks. Okay, yep. Okay, so now we're going to attack. I'm going to spend 3, 2, 3. So we're dealing 5. That's insane, dude. 5, let's go Borko. Plus 7 is 12 plus... Come on, dude. I'm going to re-roll. Oh, yeah. When I re-rolled a minute ago, I was supposed to gain a curse token. I keep forgetting to do that. So I'm going to gain a curse token again for re-rolling now. My bad, guys. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll. And, okay, so what was it? 12? 5 plus 7 is 12 plus 1 is 13. And he's got no defense because he removes 1 from... What was it? Was it this? Yeah, they subtract 1 from their defense. So it's just 13 damage straight up. So he goes down to 3. Okay, so that was a very big hit. That was definitely a very, very big hit. We'll put these over this way. We've only got 1 grit left, guys. Not looking great. The Doom Skull is going to attack. He's doing plus 1 to his attack roll. Dang, man, I want to get high attack damage like this. They're so lucky. The enemies are so lucky, dude. So he's doing 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always get 1 damage or I miss most of the time. There we go. And I think my phone is going off. Let me mute that real quick, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, and he put the 5 damage on us, and I'm going to go ahead and attack again. We're doing 5 plus whatever we roll. Okay, plus 2 is 7, and that's it. He is dead. Thank goodness. Oh, also he poisoned us when he hit us, too. My phone dinging just then kind of threw me off. Okay, he poisoned us. We kill him. Treasure class C, 1 trapping or 1 ingredient and a gold. Let's go for the trapping. We might get, like, Godfrey Spirits or something. Ooh, Murlac's Tonic. Discard to remove poison tokens equal to the level of your bronze stat. Roll a d6, and if the result is 1, you lose 1 health. Okay, I'm going to use this. Our bronze stat is 2, so we get to cure 2 poison. Let's roll a d6. Anything but a 1. Okay, a 2. That'll work. We don't lose a health. Awesome. That was a cool little trapping to pick up right there. There we go. Really want a Godfrey Spirit so we can get back some grit, but it is what it is. Definitely can't complain. We gain a XP token, an XP. Also, we gain a treasure card, a bonus treasure card. Okay, let's see what we get. Ooh, Woodland Boots. Add 1 to all your initiative rolls before combat. That's really good. That's really good. Okay, nice. We're going to hang on to that. That weighs 1. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we can hold up to 14. And we get a bonus experience point. Let's go, dudes. That was good. That was good. All right, he goes under here. We're missing about a third of our health or so. Maybe a little bit more than that. I'm making a mess all of a sudden. There we go. Can you just... There we go. I'm so OCD about, like, things being straight. There we go. I'll put this over here. And I'm going to place this... Where am I going to place this? We don't need... We need wealth. We don't need nature. So I'm going to place it over here on this side. And it looks like we've only got a couple rooms left here, guys. What do we got? Perfect. The false idol. Let's freaking go. I am going to pray for power, beg for power. So I'm going to move down 1 space and gain 2 grit. And then I'm going to put this over here, and I'm going to gain a combat quest token, like so. And now we just need wealth, and we got it open on both sides. Can we get a merchant? Bam. A skirmish. I'm going to push my luck into treasure. Let's go, dude. So we gain a grit and a health because of our Yorni special ability. Let's freaking go. And then we gain a treasure. It says you open the chest to find that it is full of treasure. Gain a treasure card, 1 ingredient, and 1 trinket. So let's gain a treasure card. Spiked mace. I think I'm going to discard the rusty key. So you may discard the rusty key in order to redraw a new treasure card, but you must take the new results. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to discard this and draw a new one. And we get the compass. That's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. So the compass weighs 1, and it says that you spend 1 less ration when you encounter the labyrinth. So we'll go ahead and hang on to that. We've got a lot of accessories over here, guys. There we go. We'll hang on to that. We're going to discard the key. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half weight on us now. We also gain an ingredient and a treasure, so that's going to bump us up to 12 and a half. So an ingredient, a goblin's toe, and a trinket also. A romantic poems. It's worth 1 gold. You may discard the romantic poems while resting at the campsite to gain 2 grit. Okay, we'll place that over this way. And this is going to go out on the tableau all the way down here at the end. And that's going to complete our wealth quest token. And that's going to complete the quest. So we need wealth, mystic, and combat. Like so. After much sacrifice, you find yourself at the sanctum's threshold. In the center is a large monolith. You take some time to examine the runes carved into it. It indicates that a great evil lies below you, should you wish to seek it out and destroy it. You may place 1 food at the monolith as an offering, and this will remove 1 scourge from your adventure. We don't have any scourges, so we're fine there. And this is the final quest, guys. We've made it. Here we go. The Death Warden. Let's go. I was really hoping that we'd fight this guy. We haven't fought him yet. What terrible place are you heading towards, you ask yourself, as the smell of rot and decay fill your senses. The descent finally ends, and you begin to walk down a long corridor. Shelves carved into the mossy stone contain the skulls of countless adventurers. We need combat, mystic, and wealth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade in this nature quest token for an experience point token. Like so. There we go. And we need combat and wealth quest tokens, and that was the end of level 4. So we're cutting it close, man. We're going down all the way to the depths of the dungeon to level 5. Let's shuffle up the dungeon deck, and this is going to be it. The enemy's going to be super nasty down here. They're going to have a ton of health. They get plus 10 health on level 5 because it's always double the dungeon level. I gotta keep in mind that I've got parry. There's so many things. Like, look at all this. There's so much. There's so many things going on. Okay, there we go. And when I'm narrating these playthroughs, I don't want to sit here like, you know, reading through every little thing, like keeping you guys waiting. So I try to keep it, you know, peppy and speedy. So I might forget a couple little things here and there, but it's all good. I'm having fun. As long as you guys can enjoy watching the playthrough and get an idea of the game, that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to eat a ration. It's going to gain us back a grit and a health. We've got 1 ration left that we need to feed Borko if we want him to hang around, and we do want him to hang around. He's giving us extra attack, which is really good. Also, we went to the false idol, right? Yeah, we did the false idol, so that would have made him lose a morale right there. And we don't have any poison, and we're going down to level 5. Let's put this on level 5. And let's just do it, guys. Let's just head right out into level 5. We got a merchant to start things off. Let's see. He's going to have 2 treasure, the fortified shield. That is very good. And the flora tome. Fortified shield doesn't really matter for us, though, because it's going to negate our nimble skill, and it's basically doing the same thing, negating 1 damage in combat. I do like the 2 grit right there, dude. I'm going to give him a gold for the serpent's eye. Yes, definitely give me that. He's also got the flora tome. Add 1 to the result of your die roll in the mushroom cave. If you search at the campsite, you may take an extra ration instead of rolling to see what you find. That is pretty cool. That is very cool, but we're kind of late in the game now. I don't want to spend any more gold on that, I don't think. So we're going to go ahead and let him keep that stuff. We'll let him keep the fresh blood, and it looks like the ingredient deck has exhausted. So we're going to give this a mix and shuffle these up. There we go. Okay. Perfect. We'll put him out on the tableau. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we are at 13. I think now is probably the best time to just go ahead and do this. So we're going to go with a Serpent's Eye Goblin's Toe potion. That's going to free up a weight. And we're going for the 3 grit on the top. The difficulty is 4. Our mind is 2. So we need a 2 or better. We need anything but a 1. Let's go. We got it with a 5, so we're going to gain 3 grit. Nice. Very nice. Very, very good potion right there. Cool. Do we want to use this? You know what? I might just go for it. We're going to make a Nether Cabbage Skinkling Heart potion, and I'm going to shift it down 1, so we're going to try to get the 5 health. So the difficulty is going to go from 5 up to 6. We need a 4 or better. We got it with the 5. No way, guys. We get to heal 5 health. We're getting some luck now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. We're only missing 2 health. So we're at 25 health, I believe, right now. Very good. We've been pretty fortunate with health so far this game. We haven't taken too many big hits. Okay, let's go ahead and place this over here. Let's keep going. We got a skirmish up ahead. I might do it because we need that wealth quest token. I think I'm just going to do it. So we're going to go ahead and draw an enemy card and add double the dungeon level to their health. It's going to be a wood hag. She's going to have 15 health. She's got 6 initiative. We get +1 to our initiative roll with the woodland boots. So we need a 3 or better to attack first. And we get a 1. So she's going to get to attack first, unfortunately. Okay, so it says that before combat, you make a brawn check. If you fail, you lose a grit. We need a 5 or better. We didn't get it. Thanks. We're going to lose a grit. And it says that when the wood hag successfully hits, she heals 2 health. So she's doing 1 damage. We're blocking 2. So she's doing -1 to her roll. Also, I used those other 2 ingredients. We're at 11, I believe. So she's going to attack. She's getting -1 to her roll. So she does 1 minus 1 is nothing. She does no damage. I'm going to spend... You know what? I'm going to spend nothing. I'm going to spend no grit at all. So we're doing 5 plus 3 is 8, and she's got no defense. So she goes down to 7. And we're going to use our health as a resource here and conserve grit. She's going to attack. She's going to get -1 to her roll. She misses, get completely destroyed. We're going to attack. We're getting 5 plus 3 is 8, and she's dead. Dude, let's go. That was good. That was really good. Also, she's weak to fire, so she actually took an extra damage each time from the magma ring. Either way, she's super, super dead. So she's got a treasure class of B. 3 trinkets or a treasure. Whoa. I want to get something like the Iron Helm, but now that would negate our nimble. We don't really need that. I'm going to go with the 3 trinkets. We get raw amber. You can discard this to add 2 fire damage to a single attack, and it's worth 2 gold. We get the carved gnome. You may trade this card with Caln back at the Lonely Troll Inn, and he'll present you with 3 random treasure cards, and you may trade this card for one of them. And the wand shaft. Let's go. It is item 2 of 2 required to create the ice wand reward card or the fire wand reward card, and we've got the amethyst right here and the raw amber to make either one of those if we wanted to. That is crazy. Dude, I've got so many trinkets. It's insane. I don't think I've ever had this many trinkets. So much gold over here. We also get an experience point token. So we're up to 4. We might be able to squeak out 1 more skill before the boss. Maybe. We're going to place this here. We're going to get a wealth quest token. And now all we need is a combat quest token. And it's all queued up for us. Can we get an ambush? The Archangel? I'm going to go ahead and resolve it, I think. Am I going to resolve it? Yeah, I'm going to resolve it. We're not going to gain or lose any health because we're at 0 on the morality tracker. I'm going to put it here. Let's keep going. We've got a clearing. We're going to do it. We're going to check this encounter card. The Gibbering Fool. Ooh, don't we have the loose pearls? Yeah, we got the loose pearls. Okay, so it says, sitting on a rock is a very large man. He notices you, but doesn't pay you any mind and continues to talk to himself as he looks into a small sack on his lap. Maybe you could convince him that he doesn't need the trinkets he holds. So we can try to fool the fool or ignore the fool, or if you encounter the Gibbering Fool, you may give him the loose pearls. Doing so will move you up 1 space on the morality tracker and gain you 1 experience. So we're going to do that. We're going to give him these pearls. So that is going to move me up 1 space on the morality tracker. That's going to allow us to heal 1 health with the Moon Rabbit. Because when you move up, you can either gain a bonus 1 health or remove a poison. And it gains us an experience point. There we go. Cool. And then it says that you can fool the fool, make a mind check. If you fail, lose 2 health. If you succeed, you gain 2 trinkets and 1 wealth quest token, but move down 1 space on the morality tracker, or you can ignore the Fool and move up 1 space on the morality tracker. I'm going to do that. I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to move up 1 space, and I'm going to gain another health. Cool. So the loose pearls definitely came in handy right there. Very, very cool. And this guy's going to go on the bottom of the stack. There we go. And I'm going to place this out on the tableau. That's going to gain us a Mystic Quest token, but I'm going to immediately trade it in for an experience point. And then I'm going to spend these 6 experience points to learn a skill. Nice. So we get another skill. I think I'm just going to go with... Counter-Strike. So it says, much time spent engaged in combat has taught you ways to take advantage of your foe's weaknesses. If an enemy misses you during combat, you may add 3 damage to your next attack, and the prerequisite is that you must have the Nimble skill to learn the skill, and we do have the Nimble skill. So we're going to place this here, like so. Cool. And we'll place that up that way, and we've spent all of our experience point tokens, and I just feels so good. It feels really, really good to not be like, you know what, I'm going to save all these for rerolls. And make the game like a little easy, you know, because you could reroll so much. And instead, we're able to learn a bunch of skills. Feels really, really nice. Let's keep going. We've got an ambush. It's not the one that we're looking for. Also, we get this stuff back. Forgot, we get this stuff back. We could try to Mossy Lantern here. We could Mossy Lantern. I'm going to spend a grit. Am I? No, it seems like a waste. I'm going to push my luck. Into the altar. Oh man, we just spent all of our experience points. No, we could have gotten a token of our choice, dude, a quest token. No way. That's so unlucky, dude. No. We're going to pray for favor. We're going to move up 1 place on the morality tracker and gain a grit. So we move up 1. We've got no poison or health to gain from the moon rabbit, but we do gain a grit, so that's something. And I'm going to place this here. And guys, we're getting really close. We're getting down to the wire. A skirmish, it's not the one we're looking for. I'm going to push my luck into the treasure chest that is going to proc our special ability. We gain a grit and a health, but we're at full. We gain a treasure card, an ingredient, and a trinket. The treasure is an arrow trap. Make an agility check. If you fail, you gain a poison. We failed, so we're going to gain a poison. Then it says, once the trap is resolved, draw and keep the next treasure card in the treasure deck. Okay, so we're going to draw again. And we got an amber blade. That is freaking fantastic. So we're going to hang on to this. It weighs 2. We'll keep that down in our inventory. Inventory is insane, guys. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this is nuts. We also gain an ingredient and a trinket. The ingredient is a dusk beetle. I don't have room for all of this. Let's put this over here. And a trinket. And it's the freaking forgotten note. We're maxed out on encumbrance right now. You have to spend a grit in order to drop this item. It doesn't have any use on its own. I'm going to place this here. And it's getting about as close as it can, guys. We need to get this combat quest token right here. Yes, let's freaking go, guys. An ambush, we're going to do it. It is an orc. You may avoid a battle with an orc by discarding 2 trinkets. Well, have I got the thing for you, guy? I'm going to give you the romantic poems. And I'm going to give you the carved gnome. And then I'm going to keep the rest of this stuff for myself. There we go. So that is going to free up a weight. And he can have these 2 things. And that is going to avoid the combat with the orc. He's going to go underneath here. There we go. And we can place this out on the tableau. And guys, we got the combat quest token just in time. There were only a couple rooms left. How many left? There were literally 2 rooms, only a couple rooms left. Very, very nice. So we've got the combat quest token, we've got the mystic quest token, and we got a wealth quest token. And it says, the hallway leads to a large set of huge stone doors. You place your hands on them, expecting them to not open, but as soon as you press against them, they start to open on their own. Locate the Death Warden boss card and add health to it equal to double the current dungeon level and let the final battle begin. So he's going to have 10 extra health added to his health. And we've got the Death Warden right here. There he is, dude. 26 HP. It's my favorite boss right there, dude. He looks so sick. Before combat, make a mind check. If you fail, gain a Scourge. We need a 5 or better. We did not get it, dude. I'm not going to reroll. We're going to gain a Scourge. What do we get? Righteous. You suddenly feel compelled to act in accordance with all moral code that is both good and fair to yourself and others. Whenever you take an action that lowers your morality on the tracker, you lose 1 grit and 1 health. If you ever gain the Corrupt Scourge card, immediately discard both cards and lose their effects. Cool. So we're going to hang on to this over this way. It's not really affecting us right now, thankfully. Now's the best time to get that at the end of the adventure here. And yeah, it says that when the Death Warden successfully hits, he heals D6 health, guys. He's got 6 initiative. We need 4 or better to attack first. Actually, we need 3 or better because we've got the Woodland Boots, but we rolled a 6. We get to attack first. I'm going all out. He is weak to holy damage. I'm spending 3. Let's make sure we're not missing anything here. Are we missing anything? Woodland Boots, he has Brooch. Nope, that's all good. I think that's all good. I think everything is straight, guys. Everything is looking good. So we're doing 5 plus 7 is 12, plus 1 is 13, minus 2 is 11. So he's going to go down to 15 HP. Okay, the Death Warden is going to retaliate, guys. He's going to swing back at us here. He's doing 4 damage. My God. So minus 2, he's doing plus 2 to his roll. And he misses. Let's go, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing. So he's not going to heal. I'm going to spend 3 grit. 1, 2, 3. We're going to roll. We're going to do 5 plus 7 is 12. Plus 4 is 16. Minus 2 is 14. And he's at 1, dude. He's at 1. Oh my gosh. Is 3 hits going to be the magic number? He's going to attack. He might heal here. He's doing plus 2. Ooh, plus 3 is 5 damage. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a good run, dude. This was a really good run. And he's going to heal 1d6 health. He heals 2. Okay, that's not bad. We're going all out, dudes. I'm spending... You know what? I'm going to spend 1 just in case we need to spend the other 2 for rerolls. So we're doing 5 plus 2 is 7 plus... See, we missed. So I'm going to spend 1 to reroll. We also gain a curse token, which means we're going to gain a Scourge. It's corrupt. If you ever gain the Righteous Scourge card, immediately discard both cards. So that's what this said. If you ever gain the Corrupt Scourge, immediately discard both cards. So they cancel each other out and we get to discard them. Dude, that's amazing. Let's go. A Scourge cured our Scourge. We get to reroll. We're doing 7 plus 4 is 11. Minus 2 is 9. And we took down the Death Warden as a Yorni Ranger. With the Moon Rabbit and Borko. Let's freaking go, dude. We even had 1 grit to spare, man. Let's go. That was awesome. I'm so glad that I wasn't like, I'm going to go all out and spend all 3 grit. Because I would have been so bummed when I rolled the miss and be like, no, I don't have any more grit left to reroll. So that was definitely the play right there. There we go, dude. We took down the Death Warden. Let's go, man. If we wanted to, we could continue our adventure with the Yorni Ranger and his Moon Rabbit. Let me know down below if you want me to continue the adventure with this character and we'll go to a second adventure, or if you want to see a brand new character, let me know down in the comments below. I'm kind of leaning toward continuing the adventure. I think that'd be really fun. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And if you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, like button, click the red subscribe button, sub to the channel, and click the bell so that you can stay updated. Every time I upload a brand new video, you'll be notified. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the playthroughs of the game. Again, the crowd sale for UnderQuest is going live at the Game Crafter on January 13th. Crazy. That's so crazy to say. It's already January. It's 2026. It's a whole new year. And it's finally here, man. The game is coming very, very soon. That was such a blast. It's feeling incredible. It feels so balanced and so fun. It's amazing, guys. I love it. So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Thanks for all the positive feedback and support on the game. And I hope you guys are excited about the upcoming UnderQuest crowd sale. So let me know down in the comments below if you're excited about it. And until the next one, have a good one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.